Hi, I'm Greg, and I've been organizing this show with my friend Janice Friesen for the Island Illustrators Society, and this is our third erotica exhibition. We started in 3 years ago with our first one, which we called Naughty Bits Now Showing, and we had a dozen artists in that show. No, we had 14 artists, I'm sorry. And then we had about 300 people attend that opening. And it was quite an interesting show. It was our first time that we'd done an erotica exhibition, so we all weren't sure what would turn up, but there was some really interesting stuff there. And then we did a second show the following year. That was also at the Community Arts Council Gallery back when it was in Sussex Place downtown, and we only had about a dozen artists in that one. Now we skipped a year, and I'm glad that we're at the Martin Batchelor Gallery now because it's a much bigger space, and we have 18 artists this time. 18 artists, and each one brought most of them brought more than one piece. In fact, I think we had more work than would fit in this gallery, so a few we had to not fit in everything, but that's good. We have a lot of different work here this time, and also we thought that we'd open up the show because we're coinciding with Valentine's Day, that it wouldn't be only naughty art, because some artists and some viewers aren't comfortable with just naughty erotic art. And so we kind of opened it up into sort of the more romantic art as well as naughty art. So it's naughty and nice this year. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. We've got a lot of great work here and a really good turnout for the opening tonight as well. This show is open only to members of the Island Illustrators Society. So we usually we pick a theme for a show, and we usually have 2 or 3 shows per year. In recent years, this erotica theme has been one of our topics, but we've had other topics, a lot of environmentalism topics, or just various different things that illustrators are required to illustrate. And so as the Island Illustrators Society, we do pick a theme for most of our shows, and then the members go and do work based on that topic and bring their pieces, and often we don't even know what's going to be in the show until hanging day. Like this show here, we didn't know how many pieces we were going to have or what exactly they were going to be. But it's nice that we were able to fit most of it in the show, and it's a good turnout. It's a good show. We have another show coming up in November, and it will be an open theme, but usually it is on one topic or another.
I'm Miranda Lawrence, and I created this piece called What to Wear, and it started out with with the concept of I sculpted a torso, female torso, and I had the idea that I would make a bodysuit out of her. So while I sculpted it, I kept in mind that I leave a little opening, and I actually attached a real zipper on the top. And the idea is that it's a new body that you can put on if you want to be more shapely. And the back, I sculpted a snake, a tattoo. I just etched it on so that it ties into the Chinese New Year, the year of the snake. And because it was so tiny, I was worried that it would be lost in this show. So I kept thinking of the concept, what is it, a bodysuit, where would it be? So I decided to put it in a closet, a cabinet with a mirror, because that way you can look from the sides. You can look into the mirror and see the back, or you can look from the sides and see it, because a sculpture is meant to look from all sides. And originally it's made from white clay. It's called paper clay, but I chose to finish it to look like a bronze, although some people think it looks like leather, which works well. And to go along with the theme of being in the closet, I wanted to fill it up with more things, but not too many. So I decided just to do one to carry on the theme of the Chinese year. I had this fabric of a silk Chinese fabric of the dragon, which is also very attractive, and I actually made the little jacket, my first tiny thing that I sewed, and I put it in a hanger there. And also to make a little stand, I converted a little cheese, a wooden cheese box. I inverted it and decorated it as well. It's the mini plinth. And this is actually my second bodysuit. I have had a break from sculpting for about 10 years. I'm a painter normally, illustrator, but I miss sculpting, and I created one like this before, maybe slightly bigger, and it was sold at a Sydney show to a doctor. I was very proud of it, and she has it in her waiting room in Sydney. I haven't seen it. It's not my doctor, so I haven't seen it since, but I remembered it and wanted to make, perhaps I'll make a line of bodysuits, all kinds of bodysuits with a little zipper on the top. Another sculpture that I made worked from a live model, and that was a bust of a woman, and I tied it in with music, because music is a big passion of mine, and I wanted to give some meaning behind my art, as well as my wall piece is also tied into poetry and a singer that I painted, collaged. Thanks.
I'm Greg Glover, and my working name for these photos is Naked in the Light. And this Naked in the Light was born with the Island Illustrators Erotica show series. And I made these specifically for these shows. But it sort of turned into a bit of a business, and people actually pay me to take photographs of them like this. And it's a lot of fun. And it's something that fulfills people's needs for intimate boudoir portraits. But in this series, though, unlike previous Naked in the Light photographs that have been shown at the Island Illustrators shows, this one actually kind of tells a story. And so this is a little bit of a twist on Pandora's Box. Now, in the original Pandora's Box story, Pandora opens the box and all of humankind's sorrows and troubles come out of the box, leaving only hope behind before she slams the box shut and realizes what she's done. But in this series, only bad things don't come out of the box, only sexy things come out of the box. So we'll start with the first couple of images are where her curiosity is piqued when she starts to look what's in the box, and a ghostly figure appears out of the box, and she tries to pull her in, and there's a struggle. And so this fourth one here is called Corruption. It sounds kind of bad, but she's being pulled against her will into the sensual world. And this series is completed on the other section of wall with after she's pulled into the sensual world. In these last three images here, this first one is called Womanhood. So she kind of grows up and learns from this ghost who comes out of the box, and she becomes a full-grown woman. And then these other ones here, this one on the far right is called Celebration, and the one in the middle, the centerpiece of this is called Goddess, and it's because she sort of becomes her own Venus figure. So that's my twist on Pandora's Box using Naked in the Light.